Mr. Garibay teaches his 8th grade class all about irony by incorporating the 6 facets of language arts in his lesson. To review, the 6 facets of language arts are listening, talking, reading, writing, viewing, and visually representing. Listening is done, and it's a subconscious activity that is done by students all the time. But the value and quality of the listening is directly related to a student's engagement. In Mr. G's class, the students listen to different poems and stories to understand irony. They also actively listen to their peers' responses revolving around stimulus, like pictures provided in this slide. Students try to identify the use of irony in the cartoon, and when one student is talking, the others are listening. Talking is a very good way of spreading ideas, thoughts, or even beliefs. The students in Mr. G's class do just this. The students respond to questions like, "What is irony?" or "Can you explain the irony in this example?" Students may respond independently or talk with a partner to gather other people's points of view. Either way, the students are using verbal communication. The students involved in Mr. G's lesson read different forms of writing in order to detect irony. As the students develop mastery skills with irony, they will begin to detect irony in different forms of writing by reading it. The phrase in the picture on the slide describes this perfectly. The person in the top right says, "It's a perfect day for a stroll around the park," when obviously it isn't because of the rain. Mr. G doesn't use writing sparingly in his lesson, but he does incorporate it into the students' responses. He uses writing as a way for students to explain the irony they see in written language, or pictures, instead of having them talk about it. This gives students who do not like to talk more of an opportunity to analyze their thoughts by putting them to paper. Viewing was a very meaningful component because it started and set the tone of the lesson. Mr. G supplied pictures that incorporated irony within them. The humorous pictures gave the students a reason to be engaged. After Mr. G explained what irony was, they had to determine why the picture is ironic. Introducing irony as comedy in a visual way connected with the students and made them want to learn more. The culminating activity that the students completed were visual representations of irony that they created on their own. They created digital posters or videos using a combination of images, text, and sound to highlight the symbolism, the irony, or the theme of the gift of the Magi. Mr. G successfully implemented all 6 facets of language arts into the lesson. I think this is a lesson of high quality.